Some really interesting political news. You have former MP now, Paul Chiang, has now resigned as a Liberal candidate and Liberal MP.
Yeah. So speaking of not being able to do the right thing, this recent controversy dates back to January when Chiang was on a Chinese language media interview, and he was sort of joking about his conservative opponent at the time. In December, the Hong Kong police issued a bounty and arrest warrant for 𝐥𝐞𝐠𝐚𝐥, who is his conservative opponent. It's a $1 million in Hong Kong dollars, so roughly $184,000. So Chiang joked around on this news media interview saying it would be helpful to him if somebody would collect 𝐥𝐞𝐠𝐚𝐥 and turn him in for that bounty. Now, I believe it was probably meant to be a joke, but it's incredibly inappropriate. I'll remind everybody that China just recently executed 4 Canadians, and they actually do more executions than any other country in the world. And then Mark Carney, leader of the Liberal Party, actually defended Chiang and said he was a person of integrity, referred to his quarter century of police service to his community, and kept him on. Now, since that happened late last night, Chiang actually stood back himself, stepped off on that. And it's interesting because Mark Carney couldn't do the right thing there. He could not remove him as a candidate, despite the fact that 𝐥𝐞𝐠𝐚𝐥 is now fearful for his life. So it's just craziness. It's hard to even believe that this is what's going on in Canada.
Yep. And, you may remember Paul Chiang because he was the one that introduced this is just by memory, I could have it wrong, but he was part of the House Public Safety Committee during Bill C-21. And I believe, if memory serves me correctly, he was the one that introduced all the amendments.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Amendments G4 and G46. Yes.
It's interesting. You got this guy who's, obviously thinks that the way that Beijing does business, nabbing people, getting them, offering bounties on the heads of Canadians who are anti-authoritarian, apparently. They like democracy. Yeah, pick up the conservative candidate and drop him off at the Chinese embassy so they can usher him over to Beijing to get executed. I mean, and it could be a joke, that's fine. But he seems to not have a problem with these policies. And at the same time, he's putting in all this effort to disarm Canadians, to get their guns, confiscated. Just kind of, just interesting, man. Let's go back take one step back. Can you see why people are angry? You see why that might rub people the wrong way? I don't know.
Yeah. Paul Chiang was a member of Durham Regional Police, and they actually put out a statement today condemning Mark Carney for kind of using Chiang's service as a shield, and they condemned the whole thing. So, yeah, it's actually a pretty spicy political story and just a total mess. It was just interesting to me that Carney stood by him no matter what, which that's questionable. I question his loyalty there. So,
well, if the Liberals or CCFR or anyone else, any of these bystanders in the Canadian political landscape, if they're unsure why Canadians are angry and frustrated, then my contact information is on the CCFR website. They can reach out, and I'd be happy to carve off 15 minutes to get on the phone with them and let them know why people are so angry.
Yeah.
Just in case it's a mystery.
In case they have no idea why.
Yeah. But that's because we're here to help, no?
Well, that's exactly right.
All right.
We're at your service.
If you're not subscribed, please do that. The notification bell is great. Yeah, if you want to be notified when we do a new video, great. If you don't, that's okay too. But if you can subscribe, that would be awesome. I'd really like to see us get to 100,000 subscribers, which would be good. Okay, that's it. Thanks everyone. Take care, and we will see you soon.